What is Chilean design? You can't tell me what Chilean design is until you tell me who you are. Who are the people of Chile? What do you stand for? And what can you tell me, David Shah, a buyer from Europe? What have you got to give me that I can't find somewhere else in the world? Where I can't find identity everywhere else in the world. And that means really looking into yourself. What is the essence of Chilean design? It's not a question of going down to the craftsman and the folklore. That's important, but don't sell me the theatre, don't sell me the tourism, don't sell me the National Geographic of hand-woven blankets with Inca patterning on them and all the things we have seen from the past. I want to know, what is the feeling? You have beautiful wools of raw materials. How do I turn them? But how do I make them relevant to today? Not a souvenir, but something that I in Europe want to wear and feel part of. Now, to do this takes time, and it also takes money. And this whole concept of design by Chile, designed in Chile, has to be a patriotic feeling. And that patriotic feeling has to be helped along by the government and by the big companies of Chile, who need to support the smaller part, the creative sector, the essence of it. Because when you create the small part, everybody gets the benefits. It's a drip-down effect. We went to Barrio Italia, and of course, that was very exciting for me. And I was very saddened to hear that a lot of people have had a lot of time, a lot of effort, lost money, are not confident about the future of that kind of area, that kind of retail. One of the things that London and also New York with Brooklyn has done is gentrification, building up new areas. And that's a story of usually creatives and artists populating a zone because other areas are too expensive for them, setting up their businesses and moving on. And it was a protest against the system because the system didn't work. So they set up their own economy and they started doing their own business in a network way. They had co-makers sharing spaces. They had craftsmen. They had dedicated connoisseurs setting up cult shops, cult outlets. And above all, you had new techies, people working on software, working on exciting programs. The important thing to learn, and that's what the Barrio has to learn, is that when you create an area, you need everybody there, not just the restaurants doing the health food, the restaurants doing the local food, the people making the local blankets, the local wool. You need real people setting up co-businesses like technology, computers, software. And when you get that energy, which goes to very clever branding, you have a very big success story because people were emotionally tied. I'm not saying that's happening in Chile yet. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen in a couple of years, especially with the new generation, that if you get enough people believing, you can make it work. In fact, it's very interesting. I am a boomer. Our word was entrepreneur. The new word is interpreneur, intermingling, intermixing, doing things together. So that spirit, going together with a feeling of community. But I'm going to say that this alternative, although it looks extremely weak, extremely on its last legs, will survive and will grow. It will have its problems, we call it gentrification, because as it becomes more successful, like Brooklyn, like Shoreditch, more rich people want to live there, the property goes up, pressure on rents. Then they will move out, they will move to the next place. But this sense of creating a new platform, a new way of doing business is essential to the economic health of every capital.